narratives are what make it fun. Everybody starts to build these little stories together and stuff like that. Because it's not like anybody's building these stories because they dislike each other. It's just how the tournament played out.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's always fun to see people who've played each other before play each other again.
And as you come out to these events, if you do come out to Youmacon or other tournaments or other conventions where games are being played, or you just get involved in the fighting game scene, you start to have these little relationships and histories with different people and different players.
Yeah,
which is really neat to see. Like I've got a player from Michigan that I played Marvel against a couple of times, and like we've got like a soft rivalry, even no bad blood or anything. We just like, oh hey, I've played you.
Yeah. And I think that adds like a layer of depth to competing.
Yeah, and competing, and even just the whole experience.
Right.
Because then, like, if you get blown up by somebody and then they go to top 8, then afterwards you can say, hey, I played that person. we joked about something after the match, and now they're on the big stage. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? I gave Sonic Fox some chips the other day.
Yeah.
That's my story. All right, so we're in Grand Finals. So Clim is on the winner side of Grand Finals. So White Beast has to win 2 sets to take this. Clim has to win 1 set, and it's first to 3. The previous time, White Beast, the score was Clim 3, White Beast 1 when they met in winners finals. So the smart money would be on Clim. However, White Beast, as we saw, is a player who can learn and adapt. So let's see if White Beast has been able to put together a new game plan and see what they do versus Clim.
Yeah, I think White Beast might be a little bit more confident now that he's beaten Austin.
Yes.
Another Phonon, so he's a little bit warmed up.
Yeah, a whole lot of Phonon play there. So we'll have to see how it works out, though, because it is a very different Phonon, and as we pointed out, there were some things that Clim was doing differently previously that Omicron Austin was not.
Right, so we'll see if Omicron or if White Beast will make adjustments to Clim's punishes.
Yes. So the action is already kicking off here, and it does seem like Clim is handling this a little bit better and sitting on Vorpal plus over 100 meters, so has more than a couple options on deck here. Saw the seat. That makes sense there. The Vorpal cycle was about to turn over. There wasn't going to be a way that Clim was going to be able to win the Vorpal cycle, so you may as well spend the CS and turn it into some pressure. And turns that pressure into a perfect for game 1.
Yeah, and you know what?
Amazing.
I think we'll see this a lot still. White Beast always wanting to be in, like, kind of in the air as Batista, and Clim just catching him with jump charge C.
Oh, that jump charge C is my bane.
Yeah, it's quite good, especially in this matchup. And so White Beast might have to start adjusting to how he's approaching this matchup.
Yeah, because this is another perfect again so far. Now, albeit it's only 15 seconds into the game, so a lot of things can happen, but this is absolutely looking pretty squarely in Clim's hand right now. I think it's that... Here's the difference here. Clim is not getting clipped by random fireballs and random lasers the way that Omicron Austin was. Clim is either being in positions where that's not... Ooh, there's the repeated run-up throws again.
Yep.
That was what happened in their previous set, and they're going for it again. Ooh, see, this is what I'm talking about by the conversation that's taking place that we don't totally get that we don't totally get into.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting so excited about fighting games I can't contain myself. I love it.
Fighting games are great.
Yes. And that's going to be another round, another round, and thus the game to Clim. Well, that's what I love about fighting games so much. It's this whole other conversation that goes on. Like, you don't even need to speak the same language, but you can have a discussion with somebody just through the engine of the game.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes that discussion is, yo, tech your throws.
I have that discussion a lot with many people.
Ooh, I hear you. I still haven't learned my lesson. So we'll see if White Beast can do anything differently here. This, as I said, I think part of it was that it never seemed like Clim was in threat of the fireballs and the lasers. So it might just be a question of positioning, or it might be a question of White Beast maybe showing too much respect. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not actually sure. Yeah, I can't say for sure.
Good gym pressure there, and Clim is it's the start of the round, so Clim doesn't have that EXDP to try to blow up the gym pressure just yet. So Batista can make Clim hold it for a little bit longer. Good CS just to get out. Interesting CS, because that was just CS jump?
I think so, yeah. And normally you don't want to CS when you're jumping.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of an interesting choice to me, because it didn't really seem like there was pressure that White Beast needed to escape, nor was there like a button that White Beast was trying to avoid. But
I mean, it seems like it's working out in the long run.
Yeah, it did get... Must have been something with the positioning. Gets out for... And then Phonon was able to get the assault button into the CS for combo here. Not quite making up the life... Just run-up throw.
Yep.
Oh,
White CS flash kick. Oh, no.
All right, so got meter on both sides too, so Clim can turn this into a bit of a juicy combo. Well, actually, if Clim can extend this, there might be a
he's
CBO.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, close. Very close.
Okay, I would have been. I was amazed too because that combo was just long enough to allow the Vorpal cycle to turn over to get the CS to then go for the infinite word. Excellent game.
Great
Wonderful play from Clim there. That was immaculate use of the system resource. It didn't quite finish on its own, but Clim was still able to get the round from it. But even without finishing, that's just an excellent sequence.
Yeah, very solid play.
Yeah. Okay, White Beast got Vorpal Cycle and 200 bars. So if ever there was a time where White Beast is holding a full deck of cards here compared to what Clim has. So I'm really hoping that White Beast is able to turn it into something here.
See, the Vorpal cycle is about to turn back to White Beast.
Oh yeah, Clim's got it now, but I think it was like.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have them reversed for some reason.
Gotcha. A lot of stuff on screen. I completely understand.
A lot of things going on right now.
Yeah. So the White Beast can tend to sit back for a second and think. Gets clipped by the phone on button, and I think Clim is going to have enough resources here to close it out again.
Another CDO.
Oof.
Into
That's
IW.
2-0 in Clim's favor. White Beast now has to win 3 games straight to reset the bracket.
Yeah, doesn't look super happy about his play. Really kind of thinking about how he needs to adjust.
Take time, breathe. You're just holding your breath.
Just go back to character select.
Go back to character select. Breathe. I'm very big on the biggest tool that a player has is what's going on underneath the surface and not like their buttons and stuff. So I'm very big on no, you have to.
Yeah, definitely recentering yourself after big losses or losses that.
Yeah, that are getting to you for whatever reason, or you're struggling in a matchup, or whatever else it might be. You got to take that time and think.
Always worth. And he's taking that time right now, just kind of sitting there. I think that
is Clim your boy or something?
Yeah, Clim's my boyfriend.
Oh, cool. Cool. Oh, I didn't mean like that. I just meant like friend or something. But cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. And you both play phone on?
We don't. We both play phone on. Yeah. So a lot of the things that I'm talking about, he's taught me about the character.
You both play phone on.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
He taught me how to play this game. But yeah, so game 3.
All right, so we're on to game 3 here.
Lots of patience. Wow, just sitting there.
Extreme patience. I wonder, well, that is what's been getting White Beast a lot. These buttons at a range where there's the run-up throw again. White Beast has been clipped. There it is again. Clipped by buttons at a range where I think White Beast is usually feeling comfortable to apply pressure from, but Phonon can just keep laying it in.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how White Beast can adjust. He's trying to come through from the air, and I feel like Phonon really dominates the air game.
Clim is like a very calm shark right now.
Yeah.
Like, completely recognizes the blood in the water, but just staying extremely methodical about it. Not going too wild, not going to just sticking to the same plan as he had been going for before.
Yeah, he doesn't really need to change it up. It's been working so far.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. No, please don't. Not a double perfect.
White Beast kind of looking a little bit defeated right now.
I believe. White Beast can still come back and get a little bit of pressure going here. I want to see at least, even if the set is not decided, I want to see some sort of redemptive attempt here, and I feel like we're going to see it.
I
believe
he can do it. I definitely think he can do it. I mean, in winners, he came close. He did take a
This is true. Yeah, the winners set before the grand finals set was a lot closer than this grand final set has been.
There it is.
There's the slow fireball.
And the first one he throws out, it hits.
Now, interesting.
That's some knowledge for him.
Hey, that's a round.
Yeah.
There we go. Remember how I said I feel like we're going to see a redemptive performance? I called it. Beautiful. Hey,
Very
Cheesy
nice.
just followed. Cheesy, if that's who I think it is, that's a really good Nanase player.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the combo doc that I use for Nanase. When I say combo doc I use, I mean I have it open in a tab, and I don't practice it as much as I should. All right, so Clim here taking the advantage back in their hand, but this was how the previous round was looking before. We saw that slow fireball. I don't know if we're going to see it again, because that might have just been the one okie doke that you get from, person hasn't seen the option in a bit.
I feel like it's definitely on his mind now. He's more aware that it's an option, especially now that it's hit, and that's the important part.
And we've only got about one more combo's worth of health to make this work, though. One non-light starter.
Oh, there it is.
And that's a double perfect.
If it doesn't drop.
Oh, wait, this actually might not finish because it's Batista.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Make me eat my words. White Beast. I want a big bowl.
Bring it back. Look how much resources you have, White Beast.
I want a big bowl of my words for breakfast, please.
Sorry, Clim. Gotta root for the underdog now.
No, I understand.
Unfortunately, Clim gonna get Vorpal.
Get the Beezrel. Nice call there. I think Clim is... I don't know if Clim is nervous so much, like, because that B-Drill, that was something that I feel like Clim would have punished previously.
It's still pretty...
Catches the assault! Yo, White Beast, gonna need an infinite worth here to try to make this happen because running out of time.
So not quite enough.
This might give life...
one more.
This might give a life lead.
It might. It's going to be close. I don't
It's going to be
think-
extremely close. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no.
right, so he needs
One more
something.
touch. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, down
poor
to the
Chad.
wire. But Clim takes